half our inventory last month.
Your place is gorgeous.
You're gorgeous.
Is that your line, smooth talker?
Depends. At work?
Just so you know, I have only gone back to one guy's place after the first date, and we ended up dating for 2 years.
Oh, well, lucky me. Hey, you want any water? I really feel like being hungover for my run tomorrow.
Good idea. Yeah. Thank you.
Right away, I thought that this was such a rich and ripe time for the audience members to jump into this scenario. Really interesting watching two strangers on a date, slowly assessing each other, looking at the foundation, the groundwork, and trying to figure out if they align. And it seems like they do, which makes the switch in the piece, that shift to the sexual assault, that much more powerful, because it is, you don't see it coming. It's nuanced, and I thought it was really important and powerful because not all sexual assaults look the same. It can seem friendly and cozy to begin with, and maybe even afterwards, except not for our survivor. And I thought it created a lot of interesting dialogue. And the ending I thought was very powerful, because I think that was an awakening perhaps for our perpetrator. And important piece. Very important piece.
This was so powerful. I think that it really took on and approached a very hard situation to convey, and one that there are so many different ways that things go down, and there are so many different aspects to a situation like that, and how, it, to a lot of people, the argument is that it's like, oh, it's nuanced, or oh this, or oh that. But I think that they took such a sensitive and important topic that needs to be brought up more. More situations need to be showed exactly like this, because it isn't black and white. It isn't cut and dry. It isn't like, oh, this is the only situation that it can happen in. Oh, this, oh, that. It can be anything. It can be, consent is not I don't know how to describe it, but I liked that they showed a situation that I haven't really seen in the movies, or I haven't really seen brought up, where, they were on a date and it was going great, and then she didn't back down and she got into it with him, and she brought it up later. I think that, like I said, it's a really powerful movie, and they took on a powerful subject and they did it well.
The filmmaking itself, the cinematography, was very professional. It didn't call attention to itself. It was more focused on the story. And I think what I liked in the second half is having the camera focus on her experience with the situation, and her speechlessness and disorientation, in contrast to the off-screen talking of the other character. And there was something really interesting about them being on the street in onesies, and I found that threw me for a curve, but I was really curious to see how that would resolve. And I think it's an important message that is captured, and I can definitely see this as something that might be in a classroom or a great starting point for a conversation.
The story is one of many real stories all over the world that confuse and misguide regular or healthy interactions between men and women, and it just does it with great performances and camera work. It was just a great film. I liked it a lot.
I really liked the writing of Gen 28. I really liked the camera movement. I thought it was intentional and smooth and fluid, and it added to the feeling. It was almost like the West Wing a little bit, in that, not in that like walk and talk, but like in that the continuous movement, like the long tracking shots, add to the tension in the scene, add to like the pacing in the scene. Like it increases the pacing in ways that traditional reverse shot wouldn't. So that's what I really like.
It was really nice getting to know them as they got to know each other. I felt like that was just like really a nice and honest and pure thing to experience. And I felt like the conversation and the ending was very powerful and deep. And I just felt like this piece was very important.
This short film was really surprising. It starts off pretty lighthearted and playful, a first date film. You really like the couple. He's a bit intense at one point early on, maybe a bit of a foreshadow when he implores her to sing. But you really enjoy their banter. Excellent performances. Nice light music, awesome chic setting of his apartment. But then things turn really, really scary. The film captures her fear with corresponding minor key music and bleak lighting. A very important film everyone should see. Great job.